Hey, gun people! My horses heard me rack around, so they're like heading out to the nav 40. Watch them take off if I rack around. They didn't hear it. Okay, so let's I got it far away here because I'm trying to block the wind, so it's in the back. So hopefully you'll be able to see me back here. Somebody sent me, and I'll put a link in here, about the Israeli tactics on teaching to go down to one knee to reload. So here's the deal with reloading. And I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you get a round, a new mag in, you get a new round, and you stay in the fight, it doesn't really matter. I know a lot of agencies that you have to reload their way. You have to stand like this. You have to do a bladed. You have to use hand. You have to drop the mag this way. You got to drop the mag over here. You can't drop the mag. You got to put it in your pocket. So there's all kind of different ways on reloading. Which way is the best? Which way is perfect? Hey, if it works and you practice at it, it's good. I like, and most instructors who teach shooting like large muscle movements, gross motor skills. I don't like fine things. I don't like using a slide release. If the slide is locked to the rear, I do not like reloading trying to hit this little thing here. This is a fine motor skill. This is a gross motor skill. Large movements versus tiny movements. You'll lose that when your heart rate goes up. You go on that fight or flight. So just about in all teaching, you want to try and do large gross motor skills and try to stay away from training on fine things that look cool and little neat little things. So in this video they were teaching going down to one knee to reload, and somebody asked me, do you think they're over exaggerating this, or does it really matter? Look, the old thing about should I shoot like this, like this, like this, like this. Am I changing my profile and I'm making a smaller target? Yeah, but if the guy hits me, he hits me. Ideally, if you can always, when I draw my gun, I say never, I don't like to use the word, but I rarely ever, unless I'm really working on accuracy, teach somebody to stand still, draw their gun, and shoot. I just don't teach that. I always have people moving when they draw. I want you moving either left or I want you moving right. I want you to change your point of position when your gun comes out so it becomes a learned muscle memory. I do it all the time, therefore it's good. That's why I don't like training a lot on a range where they have all these rules. You can't move, you got to stay in your box, you can't double tap, you can't shoot rapid fire. It's all counterintuitive training when you go to these ranges with a lot of rules. And I know the safety sallies will be, well, it's got to be safe, and you can't, and we're not all tactical. Oh, shut up, you big dummies. Look, you can train and practice things not necessarily at a range. You can do it in front of a mirror. You can do it in your backyard. You can do it somewhere without live ammo and just repetition. Remember, it takes about 5,000 times for something to set in. Somebody get a new holster, I always told them, go home and draw that sucker all night and all day tomorrow. Just sit there, draw and reload, draw and reload, draw and reload. So you get that, so you know how that holster moves. Especially in cop work, because they're always using that single security, push here, twist here, slant here, can't use the thumb. There's all these little, and every time you change a holster, something's different. So, reloading. Is there a right one way to reload? I don't think so. What I taught and what I liked, and there's a lot of people that like to use different code words that they teach in their agency who's good. Some people would use red and green. Red meaning I'm out of ammo. Green meaning I reloaded. So when you reload, I'm shooting, bang, 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 click, red! I yell red, everybody knows, shit, Rick's out of ammo. So then they cover, I'm reloading, when I come back and I'm ready to fire, green! So you can use the term red and green. I liked and I taught cover and ready. Suspects don't understand it. Cover means cover me because I'm out of ammo. And ready means I'm ready to move. So Cover and ready to me makes it simple. The bad guys may not know. Some people teach, I'm out, reloading, loaded. So you can use whatever term you want. I didn't like using a word that kind of gave away to other people. Now, is there a standard in all agencies so all cops know? No. But you know what? If you're in a shootout, to be honest, I don't really give a shit about what other people are doing. I'm worried about me. Am I ready? Am I in a fight, etc.? I may hear in my peripheral, if it's a long, drawn-out fight, if I've had time to kind of like get into the moment in my fight or flight and I'm controlling my senses and I know this is ongoing, then I'll start communicating, moving, things like that. But most of the time, firefights, quick action, I just want you, if you can survive the first 10 seconds of a gunfight, you're probably doing pretty good. I mean, the odds of you surviving goes up. It's that first round, the first few rounds. Do I get a round on chamber? Am I knocking you down? That's critical in a gunfight. So, I would teach cover and ready. And I would also always teach to drop down to one knee. Now, if you move to go to one knee, that's cool too. So I'm shooting, bang, bang, bang. I'm out, cover. I come down here and I start reloading. Is that perfect? I don't know. I mean, is it the right way? Right is relative. I mean, if it works, great. Can you go down to the other knee? You can go to any knee you want. If I want to come over here and go to this knee, if I want to come over here and go to this knee, doesn't matter. I can go to whatever knee I want. But I did teach going down to one knee when you reload. A few things are happening when you're doing that. One, is you're not getting what I call flat-footed or foot planted, to where your feet are planted. Bing, bing, bang. Bing, bang, bang. Like you train on range. Bang, bang, bang. Reload. Bang, bang, bang. Reload. And I'm staying planted. I don't like that. You move when you draw, you move when you shoot, and you move when you reload. I'm keeping mobile. I can move to and from obstacles. I can move to cover. I can move to better cover. I can get flat. Again, large, gross motor skills. The more I do that, the more it's going to be easy when I'm in an actual fight. I don't have to think about it. So, on this Israeli link I'll put in there, they were teaching this twist and draw, keeping the the shit I see sometimes that people are teaching. And the FBI used to be the worst, but now it seems like with videos you're seeing how everybody else does it. Everybody does it. Everybody wants their own niche on how we're different and how our technique is better. So the Israelis are teaching, when you draw, you extend the slide, you get ready to draw, you come up here with your elbows up and you're ready to rack. And remember, Israelis don't carry around a chamber, so they have to rack their round when they draw. I totally disagree with that. I think most people call it condition 1, condition 2. Condition 1, your gun's ready. It's ready to shoot and fire. Condition 2 is, there's rounds in the mag, but you have to do a movement in order to get a round in the chamber. So, is that good or bad? I don't know. I mean, you know, it's up to you. When you start doing all these other techniques, if you learn it from the jump street, then it may be comfortable for you. You become familiar with it, and it works for you, and you get good. I've seen people shoot really good in some crazy-ass situations and crazy techniques, but you know what? They hit the target. And I've had instructors that say, no, you got to do it my way. I don't care if you're hitting a target. You're going to shoot the way I shoot because mine is tactically and fundamentally sound, and my way will make you better. I mean, guy's hitting bullseyes. I don't give a shit how he holds a gun. I don't care what finger. You know, for a while there, they were teaching, keep this on a slide and use this finger for pulling. And there was a technique that was you fire with this gun. That way your finger continues to point, and then you fire with this. I mean, it's just over the time you see all these different things. And you know what? It is what it is. Do what works for you. Practice and train. Obviously, you can get better. If you're doing something that's not working, then I think there's a time to change. But if somebody's hitting the target, I don't care if your elbows are up in or out. I mean, tactically wise, when your elbows are out, you're making yourself a bigger target. The Israelis say they're doing it to clear any obstacles. Well, that's great, because if I'm in a small room and I got a tree here and a tree here and I'm trying to shoot and I'm always doing this, that could be a problem. Now, obviously, they're going to say, well, in that situation, you would just adjust and move your elbow. Well, of course you would. So, I mean, I'm not cracking on the Israelis. I'm not trying to be, you know, Mr. Know-It-All tough guy and tell everybody they're wrong. I'm just telling you, use common sense. If it's working, then do it. Again, I don't care if you're isosceles. I don't care if you're a weaver. I don't care if you're one-handed. If you're freaking gangster. If you're hitting your target and it works for you, hey, it works. Okay, it may not be the best, but if you're good at it and you try to change it, I've seen a lot of people who were good shots and who were changed. Big thing used to drive me nuts is this damn tip of the finger. Everybody wants to say you can only use the tip, otherwise you'll pull the trigger. And I got a little picture on my website that explains that. If you put too much trigger, when you pull it, it'll pull around this way. And if you put too little trigger, it'll push it that way. So it should only be on the first pad, and if you use any more than the first pad, you're going to miss it. I've been shooting for years to where I put that trigger right in the center of my little grip here, and that's how I squeeze off the round, just like that. And, you know, I've had people tell me, oh, you got too much finger in there. You know what? I'll outshoot your ass any day of the week. I don't care how much finger I got in there. I hit the target. To me, I've been doing it for years. It's an easy roll. It makes it to where I'm not pulling the trigger. I'm simply rolling my finger back. And that gives me a smooth trigger pull. Been doing it for years. I don't really care where your finger's at. As long as you're not tapping and releasing that trigger, that's not the key. The key is bang, 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 rolling, smooth trigger, back and forth, back and forth. This is awkward to me because I've been doing this for so long. So there's a shooting tip for that. I'm gonna do another video since I got it out here and the wind's look that's coming down on using barricades. So we'll make that the next video on barricades when I get it posted. All right, well in that there, what happened to my horses? My horses are smart. They said when he racks around, he's gonna shoot. It hurts our ears. Let's get out of here. Holy shit, that's common sense. That right there tells you they ain't liberals. All right, well in that there.